Jeffrey Epstein didn't have a client list, and he committed suicide. DOJ and FBI saying findings that debunk conspiracy theories.
The abruptness of this and the timing of this on a Sunday night on 4th of July weekend or a Sunday day, how I can see this happening, it feels like a directive. It feels like you, DOJ, you, FBI, tell the press this is closed, it's over, and we'll deal with whatever the backlash is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. And it feels like it comes from the top. And the fact that Netanyahu is in town does not feel like a coincidence at all. And so there could be that first thing. The second thing it could be is that Israel straight up has said, if you don't stop this right now, we're going to do this. And whatever this is,
it got to be pretty bad.
Yeah, could be real bad. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to my reality, guys. Today, we have Andy and DJ Cruz. All right, that's what we're going to do.
It's hot.
Hot.
That was hot.
Coming in hot. What's up, man?
What's up? You like you were about to say something?
I was, but I decided not to.
Just say it.
If this is your first time listening, this is Cruise the Internet. This is where we put topics on the screen. We speculate on what's going on in the world. What?
I didn't even
Why are you looking at me like that? It feels weird.
Do your thing, man.
All right. Anyway, you know the deal. We're going to talk about stuff. We're going to try to figure out what's going on. It's just our opinions. We're going to make jokes. People are going to get offended. That's the show. Don't forget to tell a friend. Don't be a hoe.
And share the show.
There. How about that?
It's very simple.
Yes.
Very
Right.
simple.
Right to the point.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, dude?
Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Got a lot happening this week.
Yeah, I hope all of you guys still have your fingers. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? So this is my first time doing fireworks from my kids, and they loved it.
Yeah,
they loved it. They loved it. You know, I got those 6 acres of common ground behind me, so we just went down there.
You didn't burn anything down, did you?
No, nope. Almost, but nope. We were good. Still have all my digits.
Yeah,
all 11 of them.
That's right. That's a little digit, little finger digit, little pinky digit.
Bro, even when I think I'm up, man, it's down, man. I can't. Yeah, but no, it's a good week though. We got a lot happening. There's something special coming out of the Real AF Studios this week.
Yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
We got our. Well, I mean, is this third? Technically, third.
We're reviving.
Okay, so first
the Day in the Life series.
Yeah, man,
into a regular series now.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 ones were, I would say, practice.
It's like the trials. Yeah.
So we have a when is it going on?
It's coming out this Wednesday.
Wednesday,
I think 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Is that when?
Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah.
Cool.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
So that's launching.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. We'll be dropping teasers and stuff, but so that's tomorrow when you guys are listening right now. But
yeah.
So that's dropping. What else is dropping like it's hot?
Apparently not.
What's
the
not
Epstein,
dropping?
Yeah.
We do got a lot, but we got a lot to get into. I'm excited for the cruise. I know you guys are as well. But before we get into this, I saw this. I thought this was interesting. Would love your take on it. Because you're a connoisseur of all different types of genre of music, right?
I would say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, like I mean, you can pretty much vibe to anything. You know, from Young Dolph to Missy Elliott. It don't matter. You can do it all.
To Missy Elliott,
I've seen you vibe to Missy Elliott once before.
I mean, I don't know. There's not a whole lot I don't like. Missy Elliott probably on the outside of that, though, if I'm being honest.
All right, that's fine. But you like heavy metal. You like some rock and roll in there.
Yeah.
And I saw this. I thought this was interesting. Did you? Ozzy Osbourne says farewell to live performance with a hometown show for 40,000 fans. His last. I thought he was dead. I'm not even trying to be funny. I thought he had died years ago. But he just did his last performance. You listen to
how old is he now?
He's well, see, and that's the thing, man. He is 76 years old.
Dang.
All right, but I feel like I've seen people way older doing much better. But then I think about, like, bro, he's done some hard shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different life.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. I mean, real talk, it is surprising he's still alive.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Did he eat like a crow or some shit?
I think he bit the head off of a bat.
Yeah, like
I don't know if that's true or not, but
yeah.
I heard that he did that.
Yeah.
That's like a
like
legend.
That's a thing, right? Yeah. I mean, this guy's wild. Like, you see younger pictures of him and stuff. Like when he was younger, and then it's like he gets older, but then, this is him now. So this
you ever seen his mugshot?
Oh, the crazy one?
No. Look up his mugshot.
His mugshot?
You're going to be surprised.
Ozzy Osbourne's mugshot? Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, that's why.
Yeah. See that?
He's in a Blues jersey.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This looks like, what's Mike Myers? What's that movie Mike Myers was in?
Halloween?
No, not that Mike Myers. The other one, the funny one. It's like a what is that? Old school movie where like they oh, come on, guys, yeah, the Austin Powers Mike Myers. He looks like him. There's like an old movie. Wayne's World. There we go. This looks like a Wayne's World.
Garth.
Yeah.
From Wayne's World.
I've never seen the movie, but like
does kind of look like Garth.
A little bit.
Bro, Wayne's World? You never seen Wayne's World?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, man.
I mean, I've seen like, the pictures and stuff.
Bro, so many of these older movies, like people, like I saw yesterday that on the front of Rush Hour, there is a disclaimer. Yeah. There's a disclaimer on the beginning of Rush Hour that says,
there is. We
love you, but remember, this movie was made at a different time. Yeah, it was made at a time when people could tell jokes, bro, without people getting upset.
That's it's so crazy. That's a real. Like,
no, they really did that.
Yeah. It says we all love our '90s buddy comedies, but this movie was created in a different time. FYI, certain depictions, language, and humor may seem outdated and at times offensive.
Outdated to who?
Right.
Offensive to who? Look, man, we live in a world where every single person, all they're doing, it's like they're tattling on each other. Mm-hmm. Like, it's seriously like second grade.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see what he said on that movie? Did you see what he said on his podcast?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said on his post? Let's cancel him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's just a bunch of pussy ass shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's waiting to point the finger at everything so they can like be the one to talk about how offended they are. Bro, listen, you're not offended. You're looking for attention because that's how you get attention. You pretend to be offended. It's fake outrage. It's bitch shit and it needs to end. Well,
in reality too, they're offended. Like, they're not personally offended. They're offended for somebody else.
It's always the same people.
You know what I'm saying?
It's white, upper middle class, have nothing to do, no job, wine drinking, champagne sipping, brunch women that want to pretend like they're defending something.
I would love to see a picture of the person that wrote that disclaimer.
Yeah, or, it's, bro.
Some 400-pound cuck.
Yes. Yeah. Like, dude, shut the up. Mm-hmm. The shit's funny. You're funny. Look at you.
Yeah, bro. The thing is, Rush Hour's not even that bad. Like, there's way worse. There's way worse,
bro.
Go watch Def Comedy Jam. Go watch that.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It's up until the last 7-8 years, we've let the pussies take control of the universe. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, all you got to do is tell them to shut the fuck up, and they leave you alone. Mm-hmm. It's easy prey. Okay, they prey on people who will backstep and say, oh my God, I didn't really mean to say this or that or this. No, bitch, that's exactly what the fuck I meant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, now be quiet. I'm trying to watch Rush
Hour. Like, it's so simple to. Yeah. I had a dude message me yesterday, and he's like, what about when these people leave bad reviews on your business and this and that? Well, bro, people know better. People know better. Okay? All you got to do is say, yeah, I said some shit, and look at all these people. And you know what'll happen? More people will support you. Like, you just got to have some nuts, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. But yeah, so.
Cancel culture only cancels people that allow themselves to be canceled.
Yeah.
It's people who stop what they're doing. They shut up. They go away. They apologize profusely, and then they go sit on the bench for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I'm over it.
It's crazy too that it came now. Like the disclaimer had to come now. Like why now? Like how many people complained about it?
Nobody. Somebody watched it probably and was like, God dang, man.
Oh no.
This I can't believe we're playing this. We better put up a disclaimer. And it's probably some college dork.
Yeah.
And we all know what they look like. They all look the same.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are and
they smell the same.
They type and they type every comment on your post. It starts with yikes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yikes. Like the most passive aggressive, stupid ass shit ever. And they're, and they start out, they don't say straight up like, they or they'll do this. Interesting.
Yeah, with the hand.
Yes. Like
with the hands holding the corn
shut
dog.
the fuck up, man.
Yeah, yep.
Like,
oh man, dude, that's great.
And then they go on and on and on, and then you block them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I can't believe you blocked me. Yeah, this is like my yard. You're in my yard. You took a piss in my yard, and I kicked you out of my yard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard to understand. Like,
yikes.
Yikes.
Do you say that?
Dude.
What is that?
When someone says yikes,
oh, it's over.
You're about to hear the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. For real.
No, that's real. That's real.
Yikes.
Real. Oh, man. That's great. That's great. No, but I saw.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I bet you voted for Trump.
I bet you hate black people.
Yeah. I thought your friend was black. You told a black joke?
Oh,
I thought you had black friends. I do. That's why we tell the jokes, bro.
Do you not love humanity?
Yeah. Bro, everybody needs to chill the fuck out, man. Relax. Fuck, dude. Yikes. Oh, it's true.
Bro, they said on mine, yikes. And this guy married a black woman.
Yeah. Dude, it's...
Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
Ooh, man.
What are you laughing at, Zishan? Dude, you're the one that thinks Tinder is every single app.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, God. Everybody chill the fuck out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, man. He's out. Finally retiring, finally. But it got me thinking, like, what else? Because, like, I mean, he's been around for a minute. I'm like, you listen to him growing up at all? Like,
I mean, yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's Black Sabbath, right?
Yeah. Everybody listens to Ozzy Osbourne.
And it just got me thinking about other things that, like, like, they're getting up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, Eminem, he's 61.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
No fucking way. You're making that up.
Nope. Or, like, you remember, like, the first iPhone?
52. What are you trying to set up some sort of joke here? All right, what's the joke here? I know you thought about it all weekend. DJ's the guy that makes up a joke, comes in, he's like, wait till I tell you the joke on the show. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be good. Yep.
Okay, proceed.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just got me thinking, like, things that are getting up there, Like, you remember having the first iPhone?
Yeah.
It was like $3,000 came in a suitcase.
No, that was a bag phone.
Oh, you remember that one?
Yeah, I do. My dad had one.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. Bro, you don't, like, back in the day, like, some of the new cars, they had, like,
the phones in
the car.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How do they work, though?
You plug it, you get hooked up to your cellular service in your car, and you just pick up the phone like it was a house phone.
Bro, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so, but if you had one of those, you were like,
dude.
You
were the man.
That was it right there.
Yeah.
That guy right there.
Bro, I'll tell you what. Do you know what the StarTAC phone is?
Never heard of it.
Google, put up the StarTAC on the fucking screen.
StarTAC.
Now, if you had one of these, bro, you were the man.
StarTAC.
STAR-TAC. STAR-TAC. If you had one of these, dude, this is the first like small cell phone. All right?
Like a big antenna.
Yeah. If you had one of these, bro, you were a straight baller. Yes, that's it right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The second one at top row.
This one?
Yep. If you had that, bro, you were getting pussy, man. All of it. Yeah. All of it.
Bro, that's
I never had one.
So you know what that phone was for us?
What?
The Razor.
Oh yeah, the Razor was hot.
Bro, that was
everybody had the Razor. I didn't have one though. I didn't have one of those either.
I had the off brand from TrackPhone.
The Laser? What? Isn't that what it was called?
No, it was just Dole.
Bro,
yeah.
I had that Nokia one where you like switch the faceplates. You guys probably don't remember that one.
I remember that. I had the Sidekick. That was another big one.
I don't remember
with
that
the
one.
like slide with the full keyboard.
Yeah, I didn't have that one.
Yep.
I've had an iPhone pretty much since they came out.
Really?
Yeah.
2007, yeah.
Bro, the first time I saw an iPhone, I was blown the away. What?
No, it's just crazy to think. Because I was thinking,
Look, bro, go back to that. Listen, you don't understand. You go back, like, look at that shit. That's the shit I grew up around.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden there's an iPhone and you're like swiping on the screen and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'd never seen a screen that you could even do that on.
Bro.
Like, it was mind blowing.
No, for sure.
The Nextel was the shit.
The next, oh yeah,
the chirps.
Yeah, where they had the two-way. A lot of people had that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. But like, I saw this video the other day of like this guy had the Generation 1 iPhone and was just comparing like side by side with the new shit. And it's like even the camera, bro. Like, and like at that time though, it was like the best thing you could possibly think of.
Which one?
Like the first gen iPhone versus like what's now.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
I still have it in the box.
You still have it?
With the first
Bro,
operating system.
Those are worth like $40,000 right now.
Yeah, if you never opened it.
Oh, the unopened box.
Well, we would probably make it appear that way.
Yeah, I'm sure. We
the first operating system.
I got some.
Never got upgraded.
I got some Saran wrap.
Mine too. Ask DJ.
Yeah,
it only takes us 4 years to update my phone.
The BlackBerry was like next level.
Oh yeah, BlackBerry.
I had a BlackBerry.
You did?
I like.
I'm not surprised. That was like for nerds.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. I had their first touchscreen one, full touchscreen.
I never had a BlackBerry.
Yeah, Blackberries are nice.
I can't remember what I had, dude. I think I went from like Nokia straight to iPhone.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I had something in between there. Dude, I had a beeper. Did you have a beeper? Yeah, man. There was whole code. Like you would Morse code each other back.
We always had two of them. One for the money, one for the honeys.
That's right. It's green. It's like green and gold.
Jesus.
Green for the money, gold for the honeys.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
The team that I want to make, there's a certain piece of apparel I'm not going to name because the minute I name it, everybody's going to want to do it. But we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were making fun of me because I want to do green and gold. And they were like, why green and gold? I'm like,
you'll see.
Green for the money, gold for the honeys. So when it comes out, y'all better buy it so I don't look stupid. Oh, yeah, man. Crazy.
Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
That was before Israel could blow them up.
Oh, shit. This is going to be a good show.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
We've already got canceled 17 times.
We need a disclaimer for the show.
Yeah.
What we need.
Nope. No pussies. Dude, what is it with people, man? Yeah. We can't even joke. You can't even joke. People get so upset about jokes. It's a joke. What's the definition of a joke? What is the definition? It's like they don't understand the definition of a criminal, right? Like, hey, let's make laws to keep guns out of the hands of criminals.
Yeah, right.
And the definition of a criminal is somebody who breaks a law.
Men and women
What is it?
restrooms.
A joke is a thing that someone says to cause amusement or laughter, especially a story with a funny punchline.
Well, what's it say about what are the other alternative?
It just says verb, make jokes, talk humorously. That's it.
Why do people not understand that? What?
No, I'm just thinking so many bad things in my head right now.
I know, but like, I don't know. Bro, but you know what's funny? You don't see these people really in real life.
No.
Everybody jokes in real life, bro, and everybody laughs. It's like this, there's like this percent, it must be bots.
Yeah. Not real. Like, or that's AI.
Yeah. Like
It's
trying
just
to make
AI
people, because dude, you know, like
auto-regulating.
people don't really understand this. They think it's crazy talk, but dude, political correctness is a cultural weapon.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's not meant to make society better.
No, it's
not,
meant to silence you. It's saying, hey, don't say that because people will be offended. And if people are offended, that's a bad thing. Well, sometimes it's not a bad thing that people are offended. Sometimes the greatest things in your life happen because somebody offended you. Like, I don't know, like one time I was flying on an airplane when I was 350 pounds and the guy offered me a seatbelt extender. You know what happened? I lost 100 pounds. I was offended. It was great. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't get mad. It's like,
no, I did get
the
mad.
seats need to be bigger.
I got mad for about 30 seconds and I'm like, fuck, I am fat.
Yeah.
And then I started handling it.
It's real.
You know, but my point is that sometimes people do need to be offended. Sometimes bullying does work. And jokes are a way for people to connect. Humor is how people connect. It is a cross-cultural language. People who don't even speak the same language understand humor, bro. And the reason that cancel culture exists and political correctness exists when it comes to joking is because they don't want people to connect and they want people to censor their own language. So tell all the jokes because the world's better. Real talk,
That's
man.
real, bro. And it is across culture. There's this real. It was like 3 Arab guys on a Zoom call with a black dude. I think they had like, you know what I'm talking about? They laughed at
on
the
the
black
interview.
dude. And he pulled up.
He has a turban
cone.
on.
No, he put a cone on his face like the guy's mustache.
No, bro. I know which one you're talking about. There's a video. They're all wearing a turban, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they call those things?
No, not really. I don't think they call it turban.
What
But
is
it's a headgear. I don't know.
Okay, well,
It's all the same to me.
So this dude is like, yeah, I mean, what the do they call it then, bro? I thought that's what it was called. Which, by the way, I think they're pretty sweet.
They are cool.
Yeah.
Pimp.
They, dude, for real, I think I might get one. Would it be offensive if I wore one?
No.
I think it might be. Somebody would be offended.
I'm sure somebody.
Yeah,
would.
but you know what? F you.
But somebody that don't wear turbans at all would get offended.
Yeah, that's
what it-
right.
That's what it
That's
would
right.
be.
Have you ever tried one?
Yeah.
Don't knock it till you try it. A kunta?
Gutra.
What'd you call me?
A poo-poo?
You said kunta? Did he say kunta?
Yeah, he said right to you. A punta?
Ghutra.
Gutra.
Gutra.
Weird name.
Well, anyway, I'm going to get one. But yeah, that video's hilarious. There's like 3 dudes, and they're all Arab or Indian or something. And what? I don't know what they are. They're not white.
They're all one of them.
They're
One
not
of-
white. They're not. Listen, they're not white and they're not black. I'm not sure what they are. But the guy that was the 4th guy was Mexican for sure, bro. And he put the head thing on, and they all start dying laughing. Like they laugh for like 10 minutes, dude. That's what it's supposed to be, bro. Like if we're all standing in the middle of India, tell me this isn't true, bro. We're all standing in the middle of India, and like you don't speak English, I don't speak Indian. Dude eats shit in front of us on his bicycle. We're laughing at him, dude.
Laugh. Yeah,
Everybody's laughing, and then we're gonna go be like, "Yeah, you all right?" And then we're gonna laugh more. But like everybody knows humor, dude, and they try to get us to not be funny and not tell jokes about each other or to each other because it reduces the bond in humanity, bro. It's the only way to really bridge the gap between cultures, like in a very fast way. What are we gonna do? Sit down and interview each other for have this serious deep talk for 17 hours about our cultural differences? Shut the up, dude.
Seriously.
Yeah. Anyway, I want one of those things. A gunta.
Guntra. Oh, here it is. Hold on.
You got the video? This is funny, dude. This is one of my favorite videos on the internet. look, all right. He's a sheik. That's the Iron Sheik down there on the left. He's dead serious, dude.
يا ساتر يا هذا مكان ابو عرب.
Bro, it's so good.
It is.
See, that's funny shit, man.
That's what we need.
Oh, I'm offended that guy put the turban on his head. Says the white lady. Bro, you know what it is, man? We just got to tell people shut the fuck up.
That's it.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Have a laugh.
Or two.
Yeah. That's just not funny. Okay, well, go away. How do you not think that shit's funny?
I don't know.
Imagine how miserable that would be, where you're pointing out everything in life that's like funny, but not funny. That's not funny.
Mm-mm.
I would love to see what these people talk about.
I was just about to say, I would love to hear their jokes, like
privately.
what they think is funny. You know.
What do you think it is? I'll do one if you do one.
No. We can't go there.
All right.
We can't go there.
Okay, so it's 26 minutes of bullshit so
Hey,
far.
it's great. It's great. No, it's great, guys. You guys are still with us. Everybody's fine. We're good. But let's get into our headlines. Let's get into these, guys. Remember, if you want to see any of our pictures, headlines, videos, articles, pictures, links, any of that, anything, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them all linked there for you. So with that being said, let's get to our first set of headlines. There is a lot going on. Want to bring up this first story. National headlines, obviously. The floods down in Texas. Wild. Very, very sad, unfortunate stuff. This headline reads, massive search for survivors underway after deadly Texas floods with more rain to come. So as of right now, the flash floods in Texas, they've killed at least 89 people over the 4th of July weekend. And left an unknown number of others still missing, including girls attending a summer camp. The devastation along the Guadalupe River outside of San Antonio has drawn a massive search effort as officials face questions over their preparedness and the speed of their initial action. So what we know right now, Governor Greg Abbott said Sunday that 41 people were unaccounted for across the state, and more could be missing. Again, there's a camp down there called Camp Mystic. Says it's grieving the loss of 27 campers and counselors as the search continues. There's apparently more flooding that's possibly coming. This all occurred on Friday, and they're saying there's more rain coming today as the show is recording in that same central part of Texas. Now, like, I have a couple of stills here. Here's an image of the river down there, down in Central Texas. This was July 4th, and you can see within the span of about 40 minutes, you can see where the level, like where those vehicles are. Now that's water, right? We're talking. I mean, I think they said in some places it was up to like 26 feet of water. And it's
How many minutes was that?
Like 40 minutes or so.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Within 40 minutes. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Now, of course, like any other natural disaster or any other type of, national attention grabbing, unfortunate situations, there's always people that try to hop on sides, point fingers immediately. Let's go to George Stephanopoulos. He immediately jumps on this bandwagon with a massive lie smearing President Trump about their response and some of the DOJ cuts and federal workplace cuts that have happened. So let's watch this video. Let's check this out.
Maria, we're also learning that there were significant staffing shortfalls at the National Weather Service's offices in the region.
You know, George, as of right now, the local county officials really didn't want to address that just yet. What they are telling us is they expected between 4 and 6 inches of rain. That is what weather experts told them, the National Weather Service as well. They also knew that in remote locations, they might get anywhere from 8 to 10 inches. But this amount of rain in such a short amount of time, it was very difficult to navigate. And when the Department of Homeland Security Secretary was here just yesterday, she acknowledged this was an issue. She was going to take these concerns to the White House as well and try and see if there was anything they could do to revamp the system. She says the president is committed to it.
Maria, thanks very much.
Yeah, and so, he makes this claim that, like, all those federal cuts we've had, National Weather Service was affected, and it's interesting because he immediately makes that claim.
Those didn't even go into effect yet.
That's one.
Yeah,
but not
and they were overstaffed.
They were overstaffed.
Yeah,
and that came out. Weather Service had extra staffers. Usually they're typically staffed with about 2 forecasters on duty. But this specific event, they had up to 5. So well overstaffed, more than doubled. And so, you get those lies. There was also some information coming out saying that they, were not sending out the alerts.
That's not true.
Which is also not true.
Yeah. There's people who live in the area who have been posting the alerts.
The whole text chain.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like, again, like when these situations happen, it's very unfortunate, like how quick people try to, point the finger on bullshit.
I think it's disgusting.
It is.
I think it's disgusting to politicize an event where all kinds of people were killed. I've seen videos. I've seen some disgusting videos the last couple of days.
Oh, dude, it's some nasty stuff going on. And like, I mean, let's talk about it. This first one I found, she's a pediatrician, fired for vile posts suggesting Texas flood victims were Trump supporters who got what they voted for. I mean, it's just bullshit like this. Like this lady right here, her name is Dr. Christina B. Probst, this woman right here, who uses an online alias of Christina. She posted this saying, "May all visitors, children, non-MAGA voters, and pets be safe and dry. Kerr County MAGA voted to gut FEMA. They deny climate change. May they get what they voted for. Bless their hearts." And she's a pediatrician.
Yeah.
Now the crazy thing is,
what would she do to your kid if she found out that you voted for Trump?
Oh, what's funny? What's funny? So she works for her practice, their national.
That's
practice.
Some evil shit, dude.
Dude,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But so she works for this national like conglomerate, okay, of pediatricians called Bluefish Pediatrics, right? They have an office here in St. Louis. My daughters were at their office, right? We were actually patients of theirs. They cut us loose because of the vaccine shit. Refuse care.
What's it called?
Bluefish Pediatrics. Bluefish Pediatrics. They have an office here in St. Louis. They're also based, I mean, they're all over. It's a whole chain network of them. And they're all super liberal. And she couldn't give me any actual like scientific reasoning or any of that. She just said she would feel bad if something happened to our kids and they were not vaccinated. And I said, well, I would feel bad if something happened to them and they were. And she couldn't give me any answers to that. But so it doesn't surprise me. Super libs, right? That's fine. But yeah, you had this, and then there was also this other lady. Former Houston appointee claims flood-ravaged Camp Mystic is whites only in viral video. This shit is absolutely disgusting. There's a viral clip going around. I'm sure many of you have seen it already. If you've not, let's watch this clip. Let's check this out.
I know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a whites-only girls' Christian camp. They don't even have a token Asian. They don't have a token black person. It is a all white, white-only, conservative Christian camp. If you ain't white, you ain't right, you ain't getting in, you ain't going, period. And I think that context needs to be said in this matter. It's not to say that we don't want the girls to be found, whatever girls that are missing or whatever right now, but you best believe, especially in today's political climate, if this were a group of Hispanic girls, especially with them being in East Texas, it should be most likely Hispanic. If this were a group of Hispanic girls out there, this would not be getting this type of coverage that they're getting. No one would give a and all these white people, the parents of these little girls, would be saying things like they need to be deported, they shouldn't have been here in the first place, and yada, yada, yada. So before y'all come at me, before y'all start leaving hate comments on my page about, oh, these are just kids and they don't know no better, the parents of these children who are choosing, and it is a choice in 2025, it is definitely a freaking choice to go into East goddamn Texas and to make a all-white enclave exclusionary just for white people, with all the black people in East Texas, with all the Hispanic people in East Texas. Somehow, some way, you have carved out an all-white, whites-only enclave in East Texas for your white children.
There's a lot of brain cells being shown there.
Well, I mean, is it whites only?
No. It's illegal to have anything whites only these days. But
it's not illegal to have black only or minority only.
Yeah, that's fine.
Safe space.
Completely.
How many places are black only? You know what I'm saying? That'd be interesting. Regardless, aside from the point of what the f does it matter at this point in time?
Well, here's a good thing though, Andy. Here's a good thing, and I'm happy to see it because I've been following this chain, and what I was immediately looking for, where I thought I was going to find, was a bunch of black people, so in support, has been the complete opposite.
Yeah, that's the listen, I'm going to tell you right now, that woman is the reason that racism exists.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And they have not been
thinking.
It's terrible.
This shit, dude, listen, man. People are tired of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being real. And it's not just white people. White people have been tired about it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But now people are starting to recognize that, it's played to fuck out. It's bullshit.
Yeah. And it's not cool.
It's not cool.
But her page, she's had to delete herself off the internet.
Good.
She's lost streaming access, streaming rights, live rights, all of that stuff. And she's getting absolutely destroyed, and I'm liking who it's coming from because I think it's about time, right? Like, we have to be able to call out our own for saying and doing dumb shit, and I think we're way past that point. But it's good to see it.
It is nice to see.
It is,
and you know what? It's funny because we have a lot of black listeners.
Yeah,
they talk shit just like we talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
They laugh, we laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of Latino listeners. Guess what? They got senses of humor too.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like most people have come to the reality that these types of people are outliers.
Yep.
And they're ones that are perpetuating the division that we all hate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I found this clip, and like I said, there's countless of these. But I found this one I thought was really, really good. Let's check this one out.
Listen, I'm about to get off an overnight shift and I got time today. Little Miss Girl, Sadie, whatever her name is, she went ahead and deleted her profile, but listen, that doesn't save you from me. Nope. The fact that you even try to compare literal missing children to children whose parents decided to try to break the law, enter our country, and now they're in a detention center awaiting processing so they can go back to where they came from. You've lost your mind, and I think it's a real good idea for you to take a break from social media because there's no way. How dare you try to say or try to compare such a tragic, truly tragic situation to some illegal immigrants who chose to break the law and brought their kids here, and now their kids are suffering the repercussions. None of the children that are missing, or any of the fatalities, or any of the people that were hurt in this recent natural disaster, none of them chose for this to happen. Your illegal immigrant friends that you're trying to sit here and protect, they chose for this to happen. Go get your green card, go get your paperwork, and do what the fuck you're supposed to. If anybody tries to stand up for this shit, or stand up for this person, Sadie, whatever the fuck, you need to scroll along. Don't be on my page now. Don't be on my page.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's correct.
Love it.
This is what most people are like.
Yeah. And I thought too, man, it's like, with all this, because again, like it never fails, right? Shit happens. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of bullshit. There's political finger pointing, all of that drama.
How is this a political matter at all?
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Your brain is warped.
Yeah.
If that's the first thing you think about when you see 80-something people get killed.
Kids.
Yeah.
Kids. And again, like, right is right, wrong is wrong. It's no different than like when the fires were going on in LA. You had people on the right, saying, oh, well, that's what they voted for, all of that. Like, guys, like, we're talking about our neighbors.
Yeah.
Like, our, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, And with that being said, I thought it was important to at least show some positive news, if any, we can find in these situations. And let's talk about an American hero I want to bring in. New Jersey native on first rescue mission with Coast Guard helped save 165 Texas flood victims. An American hero. This gentleman right here, New Jersey native. His name is Scott Ruskin, and he's been putting in the work, man. He's been putting in the work. He is a Coast Guard rescue swimmer. He's already been hailed as an American hero after his first mission, helping to save the lives of 165 Texas flash flood victims. Quote, "This is what it's all about, right? Like, this is why we do the job," said Scott Ruskin, who's 26, New Jersey native and former KPMG accountant, to the Post after his work in Central Texas. Quote, "This is why we take those risks all the time. This is why, like, Coast Guardsmen and women are risking their lives every day," said Petty Officer Ruskin, who is in charge of triage at Camp Mystic, the Christian girls' summer camp that saw some of the worst of the flash flooding. Kudos to this guy, man.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what
he probably saved them just because they were white.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
If it was Latino or black, he would have just let him drown. Nobody would give a fuck.
Yeah, man.
You want to talk about not giving a fuck? How come you ain't talking about the 60 people that were killed this weekend in Chicago by your own people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That happens every weekend, by the way.
Don't talk about that.
Like,
it's sickening, man.
Dude, it's gross. It's disgusting shit. There was another video of this white woman saying the same type of shit that I posted on my page. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
She said in the video, get some floaties. Like, talking about how Trump's not going to save, you, like, stormed. You know what I'm saying? And then you got everybody saying, oh, it's HARP and it's this and it's that. And it's like, dude, like, not everything has to be some
government conspiracy shit.
Yeah. Like, sometimes tragedies just happen. Like, what tragedy has happened in the past 5 years that hasn't been made into some sort of thing? You know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't rain anymore.
Yeah, right.
It's global warming. What about all the other floods that we've had in the history of this country? Were they all manufactured too? Like, it just gets old, bro. And I know people are like, well, the cloud seeding contractor was cloud seeding next to the county. Okay, maybe. Who knows? Should they be doing that at all? Probably not. But, like, dude, these are kids. You know what I'm saying? These are little kids. Imagine sending your kid to summer camp, bro, and them never coming home. Imagine that.
No, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, and you got all these people, like, talking all this crazy shit. And you know what I think when I see all this shit? I think there's never going to be a time where these people can be reasoned with. And we, as common sense, critical thinking Americans, have turned the other cheek for so long that people like this feel comfortable saying this in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, dude, and then you think you're going to convince them? These people will kill you if given the opportunity. And this is what I tried to explain, and you tried to explain during the COVID shit. Luckily, it didn't go through properly the way they wanted it to go through. But these people have no remorse. They have no empathy. They don't care about anything but their own shit. If you have a different opinion than them, they hate you. And I think everybody should make a note about how some of these people are reacting and then think about them getting back into power. Because this is what I think about. When I see these people react this way, and then I think like, how would these people behave if they had real power? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dude, all you have to do is look back into history and you could see how they behave when they have real power. They are the weakest people in the world. They are the least prepared for violence. They are sickly. They are mentally and physically weak. They shame and silence and get all the people who have the physical abilities to resist them to stay quiet, like we talked about earlier with cancel culture and shame. And then somehow they get into power because they guilt people into, well, dude, let them have a chance or let them listen, man. And I say this, and I am being dead serious. These people cannot be negotiated with. They cannot be convinced. They will never change who they are. And if you give them power over you as an individual, or if we give them power over us as a country, we deserve what the fuck we get, because they tell you exactly what they think. And dude, there's a very small amount of them. And it's time that people stop bending the knee and letting them get loud and, deal with it. Real talk. I'm telling you this, these people they wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. They're cheering for children. They're cheering for children to be dead because they think their parents voted a certain way.
It's crazy.
It's insane, bro. And if this isn't a wake-up call for the types of people that they are and the lack of humanity that they possess and the evilness that they possess, then nothing's going to wake you up, dude. Like, this has been, out of all the things that have happened in the last 4 or 5 years, the crazy shit that I think really started with COVID, this might be the craziest because of the way that people are legitimately saying what they are saying on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane, dude.
And expect people to support it.
Dude, listen, these people have virtue signaled for the last 15 years and people have clapped and cheered and supported everything they say. They think they're revolutionaries. The earth does not have a place for people that are going to cheer for children to be killed, whether that's over in Gaza or whether that's at Camp Mystic or whether that's in your city and you pay no attention to it because it doesn't
fit the narrative,
fit your political agenda.
Yep.
It's disgusting. It's evil, and it shouldn't be tolerated by anybody.
No, that's real, man. Guys, let's go check some of these comments out. The first one is from the B-Man 610. He says, been listening to y'all for damn near a decade and finally decided to come over and watch an episode. Man, I've been sleeping. Whole nother experience being able to see what's going on. Andy's beard is definitely better than DJ's. Is your altar count?
Nah, man. I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to compliment you until you made that smart ass remark.
I'm just trying to figure out, bro.
I was going to say something nice.
What were we going to say?
I was going to say I got 20 years on DJ with the beard. What do you expect? It gets better as you get older.
That was supposed to be a compliment?
Well, that is a compliment. Yeah. Have you ever seen pictures of me when I was 29?
Mm-mm.
I was much less good looking.
Mm.
Now, I mean, look at me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, bro, listen. I feel like I have a pretty strong beard, bro.
That's all right.
Like, it's not bad.
It's good.
It's better than what Madot got on his face.
Madot's not. Madot's not over here claiming to have the best beard, bro.
He wrote this comment.
Huh? No.
He wrote this comment.
No, he didn't.
Somebody in this room wrote this comment.
Madot doesn't talk unless it's necessary.
I'm going to find out who wrote this comment.
Well, I mean,
it
is funny how many people don't watch on YouTube.
It is interesting.
Because, like, our listenership is like 50 times as big on audio.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, it's funny because a lot of people don't realize how big the show is because they look at YouTube and they say, oh, it's 600, 700,000 subs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, we were doing the show for almost a decade before we went on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of people don't even know I'm black.
I know.
That's the craziest
I know.
thing.
They think we're just a couple of white supremacists.
Which they're not wrong.
They think you're worse. All right, B-Man. I appreciate you, dog.
No, fuck you, B-Man.
Yeah.
Go back to audio, bro.
No.
All right, this next one. This is a suggestion for you. Dark Bay 7581. Dark Bay.
Bay.
Have you ever mastered the bait right after having a Screaming Freedom energy drink? It's awesome. I call it a Speedy Gonzalez.
A Speedy Gonzalez, huh?
Whatever that means, man. Like, all right.
That's pretty funny. That's one of the funnier comments we've had in a while.
All right. That's cool.
Oh,
they're wild, man.
The old Speedy Gonzalez.
They're wild, bro.
He must have. You guys got him in that gas station. Come and go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 You must have got it from there.
Yeah. We got him in Come and Go and yeah, Quick Trip.
Yep.
Got them both Come and Goes. The K and the C.
Oh, there's two different ones.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
The Come and Go, the one with the C, they're in the urban areas.
Is that what it is?
They got milk.
Oh man, dude, I did that somewhere at a gas station. I walked him like, hey, man, y'all got milk? He's like, what's wrong? I swear to God, it's a true story. True story. I'm like, no, right? I really just need some milk. Man.
He's gonna give you a whole talk about why you should go back home.
Yeah, man. I'm like, come on, man, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that is a good dude right there. Talk to me.
Nigga, what aisle is it in, man? I just need milk. All right, this next one, Shaner Stewart. Who needs to listen to music when you're lifting a bunch of heavy stuff when you can just listen to Andy yell at you about how lazy you are?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just my inner dialogue. That's what I say to myself.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Apparently, it's
man, I had to really yell at myself yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I didn't want to work out. It sucked.
It was a leg day. Oh, that was a leg day post?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are always
sore too.
Yeah. Last one for you. Cowboy in Cali. This guy is gay, and I mean gay.
Why? Why are you gay? I know, dude. You're wearing a cowboy outfit, bro.
Oh, I thought y'all usually have like one button at the top button. Everything goes.
I mean, he looks pretty gay.
He would know.
He can sense his own kind.
All right.
Nothing wrong with a cowboy outfit unless you look like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are you gay?
All right. There's not very many, I don't get much context on what these came from, but all right. Thanks, cowboy. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I heard nobody, actual cowboys don't even call them, they don't refer to themselves as cowboys, right?
No, they're just dudes.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
That's just how they do it.
So the fact that you're even having to refer to yourself as that, it's a little suspicious.
Whatever, man. What do you think his favorite movie is? You know what it is.
Just Broke Mountain.
That's right.
That's what it is. Broke Mountain. That's what it is.
Oh, fuck, bro.
All right, cowboy.
Yeah.
Appreciate
that
you.
That even sounds gay saying it. All right, cowboy. Oh, shit, man.
That's cool, man. Guys, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thanks for being real ass fans.
Who says I'm gay?
Everyone, actually. Yeah, man. Let's keep cruising, man. We gotta keep moving. Let's get into some not everything is a government conspiracy.
But most things.
But this one definitely fucking is. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you. Headline number 2. Let's get into it. So less than a week after the Diddy files in the Diddy trials, and allegedly he did not do it. Apparently, neither did Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein didn't have a client list, and he committed suicide. The DOJ and FBI say in findings that debunk conspiracy theories, per report. Ooh, all right, where do we start? Let's see. So notorious sex predator Jeffrey Epstein didn't keep a supposed client list, and he was not murdered during his short stay in a Manhattan lockup. The Justice Department and FBI reportedly concluded in a joint probe. The investigation, the results of which were detailed in a memo obtained by Axios, also found no evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals. Now, the Trump administration plans to release a video to prove the agency's findings on Epstein's 2019 death, which bred mounds of conspiracy theories. Quote, "He's the only person in there and the only person coming out. You can see it," FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino said in late May. The video falls in line with the medical examiner's assessment post-mortem that Epstein committed suicide, according to the memo. Medical examiner's conclusions were contested by Epstein's surviving family, who turned to a forensic pathologist who determined that a homicide was far more probable based on the evidence. No one else involved in the Epstein case will face charges, according to the memo, beyond his associate Ghislaine Maxwell, who is serving 20 years for child sex trafficking and other related crimes. Now, I recall when President Trump ran his second term campaign on releasing the Jeffrey Epstein client list if he'd become elected. He would ask it on national television, saying, "I'd have no problem with it." You know it's bad when even CNN is saying, "What the fuck's happening here?" After months of touting the impeding release of new blockbuster information on accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, the Justice Department is set to announce Monday that there is no evidence he kept a client list or was murdered, department officials said. Now, Elon Musk he's been in the news in some of the headlines here lately. He posted this on Twitter earlier. What's the time? Oh, look, it's no one has been arrested o'clock again, with the picture of the official Jeffrey Epstein pedophile arrest counter at 0. Now, the man, the myth, the legend, who I hold in high regards, Alex Jones even jumped in on this. Alex Jones says, next, the DOJ will say, actually, Jeffrey Epstein never even existed. This is over the top sickening. Now, immediately people jump in on this. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's putting their 2 cents in on it. But I do want to lay out some facts, some things, that and these aren't even things that happened, like 6 years ago that like are, completely contradicting what's happening right now. These are things that happened very, very recently. This is a Gateway Pundit article asking.
You mean like Virginia or that victim
Virginia
dying?
Giuffre, yeah.
Yeah, she just died, a month ago?
Yeah. If Jeffrey Epstein had no client list, then why did AG Pam Bondi tell reporters the list is sitting on my desk right now to review? That's in the process of being reviewed.
Why was she caught on hidden camera talking about how there was thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours of video that they needed to review on hidden camera?
Yeah.
And I believe that was James O'Keefe that put that together.
Recorded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would she say things like this? Let's check this clip.
I saw your appearance at CPAC with Ben and with Ted Cruz, and one of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
You had that, and like, so if there was no list, then what the fuck were these people celebrating? Right? When all these, right-wing,
influencers. Well, remember, those
Magonites.
Those people are paid propaganda. They are paid propaganda. Those people are paid by allegedly by different PACs, different
countries.
Yeah, or who knows? It's no different than influencers, bro.
Yeah,
it's no different than like companies paying an influencer to endorse their product.
Yeah, right.
It's the same.
Instead
thing.
of drink this water.
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
like when Harry Sisson got $200,000 and didn't disclose it from. The only difference is in business, if you don't disclose it, it's an FCC violation. In politics, you could just pretend like it's your genuine.
It's politics
beliefs, right?
It's politics. Yeah, I mean, what about these? So Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on allegedly trafficking children. He brought them to this massive island. We know the island exists, and we know that Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to prison for help setting it up. So these kids were trafficked. To who?
And there was no list because it was just random. It was just random. It was just random that all these people, these famous people, had showed up at Epstein's island.
Yeah.
Just random.
Just super random.
Yeah.
It's also random too the fact that he was on suicide watch. However, this is a picture from the evidence files. Why the fuck does he have so much in his room if he's on suicide watch? That's literally goes against every single SOPs. I mean, whatever. It goes against all of it.
Yeah, aren't they? Isn't suicide
supposed to have
watch
nothing?
Yeah, that's right. Nothing that can be even attached or detached from
this
the wall.
This is Jeffrey Epstein's cell.
Yeah.
The day his body was discovered.
What are those orange things? Sheets?
Those are all sheets and jumpsuits.
Yeah.
A shit ton of them.
Yeah.
A shit ton of them. And you know what's even crazier, Andy, is we got to go back a couple of years. This is before Dan Bongino became the deputy director of the FBI. And again, I want to remind folks, okay, with this whole breakdown here, Dan Bongino, he said confidently, this was about a month ago, he says he's the only person in there and the only person coming out. You can see it. Now, you know what's interesting? When you go back a couple of years, let's go back to March of 2023, before Dan Bongino became the deputy director of the FBI. Let's see what he had to say then. Check this out.
About a year and a half after that, I'm in a green room at Fox, and I'm not going to say who because they didn't give me permission to share it, but the short story, but not who they are. It says, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure of that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. That he's either a witting or unwitting asset, intelligence asset, meaning his plane and that island, the cameras, there's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's a huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense. Which Middle Eastern countries they are, I don't know. But this person, who is a very, very good reporter, I mean, aces, right? Swore Epstein was either a witting or unwitting intelligence asset, and they may have had his plane wired up, and they're the ones who have all this stuff. So the point is, to sum it up.
That's a very different take, man. And, a lot of people point the finger. They say he was a Mossad intelligence asset. That's been heavily out there.
Well, and when they say, oh, well, Jeffrey Epstein didn't have a client list, well, maybe Mossad had it.
And it's interesting because you know what's funny, Andy? This comes out. This is Monday when we're recording this. Guess who's in town right now?
I know, Netanyahu. It's funny because so you're telling me that out of the blue, there's no Epstein list.
None.
There's no proof. There's no this. And it happens to be when Netanyahu is meeting with Trump and everybody else. So you're telling me that's what it is. And we're supposed to believe that.
Just take it. Just take it. And you know what else I'm getting real tired of too, Andy? It's a movie. Just watch.
Oh.
Enjoy your popcorn. The military tribunals are coming.
That's the whole reason any of this has happened. Is because, dude, they already ran this play in the Bolshevik Revolution with Operation Truth. Okay? It's already been done. They convinced all the people who were half interested or half invested in being patriotic that everything's worked out and it's a movie and everybody's in control and this and that, to pacify them into zero action whatsoever. It's what allows countries to be conquered. Okay? This is disgusting. And if we're being real, I honestly, dude, I don't even know what to say. It's clearly a lie. And the only thing I can think is that these people didn't want to lose the ability to blackmail everybody and control the world. And there's a couple scenarios that could be at play here. One is that Trump and his administration are caught up in it, and he doesn't want it coming out.
Well, do you remember that? That's one of the first things when Elon and Trump got into that feud.
Yeah.
I have to remind people, there was a tweet Elon put out, time to drop the really big bomb. This was on June 5th. Okay. Literally just 30 days ago, a little bit over 30 days ago. Time to drop the really big bomb. At Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT.
Yeah, and then he says, mark the post. The truth will come out. Well, that's one option. For sure. That's one option.
I think you'd be like, it'd be bad. Like, I mean, again, I like Donald Trump. I have a lot of great things I can say for that man. But like,
he's going to lose his.
You have to lay the options on the table.
Not only that, bro. He's losing belief and trust that he has America's best interests in mind. And it's just reality, dude. People are not going to trust him, dude. And people aren't going to trust the people around him. I've heard some things that I can't repeat that indicate that he is wrapped up in it, but not in the way that people think. It would be embarrassing for him, but not in the way that people think. Meaning, he's not involved with kids. It's not any of this shit. It has more to do with people in his personal life and how he came to know them. But I'm not going to say that because I don't know that that's fact.
Yeah.
But that is what I've been told by people who kind of know what's going on. They don't kind of know, they know. But here's what I'll say. I think he's going to ruin his whole legacy over this. And I think that whatever it is, if it's embarrassing to him, he should let it out. Because, dude, people aren't going to trust the government, and this distrust in the government will eventually lead to a revolution. And it will be violent. I'm not saying today. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm not saying next year. I'm saying that people know what's been going on. They know what's been going on.
It's too much is out, bro. You can't just tell us, nothing happened.
Yeah. Right.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. And dude, there's
nothing.
The abruptness of this and the timing of this on a Sunday night on 4th of July weekend or a Sunday day, how I can see this happening. It feels like a directive. It feels like you, DOJ, you, FBI, tell the press this is closed, it's over, and we'll deal with whatever the backlash is. That's what it feels like. And it feels like it comes from the top, of somewhere up the top. And the fact that Netanyahu is in town does not feel like a coincidence at all. And so there could be that first thing. The second thing it could be is that Israel straight up has said, if you don't stop this right now, we're going to do this. And whatever this is,
it got to be pretty.
Yeah, could be real bad.
Yeah.
So we don't know that. You know what I mean? We don't know if, let's just say Netanyahu goes to Washington and says to Trump and Vance and everybody and says, hey, if you don't put a end to this today, right now, we've got 3 nuclear weapons already placed in 3 of your big cities that we're going to set off right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. And we'll blame it on Iran. Everybody believe it.
Yeah. Who knows? Okay. We don't know. The third thing that it could be is that, like I've said a gazillion times, they have information on everyone. These people have the data stream of every text, every email, every voice message, every picture, every single thing that anyone has ever done, including you, the listener. They have. And they retrieve those things and research those things as needed. So what could have happened also is that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, and by the way, Kash Patel's girlfriend is a ex-IDF soldier, apparently, which is strange, if that's true.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one.
I read that, but you can never tell if it's real or not. But that's what I read. She was, I believe, the CEO or one of the high-ranking officials at PragerU. But anyhow, the point is that these people could have figured out, like, oh man, they've got stuff on me. Bongino could have figured out, oh man, they got stuff on me. And now all of a sudden they're willing to like turn around and lie to protect their own embarrassments. So there could be a lot of things going on, but I certainly don't think it's that, oh, there's no list. And by the way, he killed himself.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody believes that. And I think the fact that nobody believes that and that everybody's lying is going to crumble the faith that people have in our government. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. I don't know, but I know this. They ran on it. She talked about it being on her desk. She's on video talking about the hours and hours, the thousands of hours of video.
All the victims.
Yeah.
We're just trying to protect the victims.
Yeah. Like, bro, these people are clearly lying. And for whatever reason, we don't know. And I think it's one of those kind of wait and see type things, but they did just put something out today, like right as the show started. And I didn't get to look into it, but I saw it come up on a couple different pages that they said that the case is officially closed.
Yeah. They're not releasing any other further, no more documents, no more anything. It's over.
That has to be coming from Netanyahu, bro. And if it is, I mean, if it is, it's confirmation of what a lot of people have been saying.
Not only that, bro, but it's like either one of those, it does like any one of those scenarios, right? Those options we laid out, they all end in the same thing. That's the problem. Like they're all going to end in a very bad outcome for America.
Well, yeah,
in the short term. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, because here's what it means. Here's what it means. People aren't going to like when I say this, but here's what it means. It means we're not even a real country. It means what we are is we are the iron fist that is controlled by a little bitty country in the Middle East. And all of the things that we're told about being patriotic and going to war and protecting our republic and all of these things are not true. And that's what the if I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel good about what, I don't know. I mean, when you think about like what our kids are brought up to believe and what we were brought up to believe, and like, you know, we have all of these rights and freedoms and we have a duty to protect it and we have a duty to protect this or that. And they've raised us to be like masculine, aggressive, America's so badass type people. Nobody else is like that in the world. None of the other. Why is that? Why is America like that? Well, it's because we've been taught that. And we've been taught that for what reason? And when you think about like who goes around the world and gets involved in all these different wars and conflicts, well, there's a reason that most countries don't have a favorable opinion about American military. Okay? And then you think, well, who's propagating our youth? Who's controlling that message? Who's trying to get people to go fight these wars? And for what reason? And then we look back, like let's just say on the Middle East. You know, we talk about the Middle East, you know, what we've been doing there since the 70s. We go in, we quote unquote restore democracy, but in reality, none of those countries ever operate better than what they were before.
Yeah.
Okay. So really what we do from everybody else's point of view in the world is we go in, we destabilize these countries, and we make them more vulnerable for the countries next to them. Well, who's the country that's next to them? It's Israel. And have you looked into the Greater Israel Project, which is basically the expansion of borders into all these other countries? It's not a mistake that Israel tries to get us into all these wars in the Middle East. And that's not anti-Semitic to say so. Like, they're over there in their government. Okay? So it's dude, the whole thing's up, dude. And Trump's not doing what he said he was going to do. Mm-mm. Like, very clearly. And he's not explained it either.
He hasn't said anything on it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And so what do you think about that? The fact that he hasn't said anything.
Silent on it?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
I mean, is he part of it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Is he part of it? Is he being threatened right now and leveraged right now? Is he in there? Is he like, when I say part of it, I mean, like, is he blackmailed? Then when I say when he's being leveraged, is he being threatened? Like, for the bet, like
they did with the COVID, bro. They did the same thing to him with COVID.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they did it to him with COVID. Hey, listen, you're either going to push this vaccine or 100 million Americans are going to die.
Right.
Pick one.
Right. And maybe that's happening. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But what I do know is that they're all lying. Mm-hmm. All of them. And we as Americans can never, ever, ever trust our government again. Ever. If they don't disclose the truth about what's going on.
Dude, and that's the thing, man. Like,
the paid MAGA influencers for the last 2 months have been saying shit like this. Everybody wants there to be all of these things with the child trafficking, but it's not true, and it's all
just not there.
They're not going to be happy and without this and that. They've been prefacing this announcement through their little influencer network.
Mm-hmm. If that was the case, you shouldn't came out with the fucking binders.
Well, why did they do that?
You know what I'm saying? Like.
No, here's
that
what
leads me to believe that there is some type of leveraging situation happening there.
I agree.
You know, where, like, Trump had full intentions on running with that play, and there's some cards on the table that I can't see. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's what my gut says. When it comes to his personal life, I mean, he's a fucking,
yeah.
You know, he's Trump, and people, you know, look past that, and if he were to be embarrassed in some situation like that, I mean, people would look past that too, because they've already accepted that he is someone who likes beautiful women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I don't think that is the reason that is being held up. Yeah. I think the reason it's being held up,
it just feels more sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's, hey, because, like, dude, I don't think Trump's going to allow innocent Americans to be killed like that. Yeah. So, like, if you were to say,
like, if somebody came to you, it's like, hey, Andy, listen, if you release this fucking shit, we got all the Iranians and all those illegal migrants that came to this country by the, you know, tens of millions of them. Yeah, they're strategically across. Yeah, they're ready.
Yeah, I would do the same thing here. I would pretend like it didn't exist.
Yeah,
but then I would come back later and I would kill all those people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning all of
it's a tough listen. If that would be a very tough spot to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's more to it than
ethically, morally. Like, that's
I think there's more to it than what people want to say, bro. Like, people want to say
just so easily.
They want to say fucking Trump's part of it. Blah, 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 blah.
Good little doggy.
It's like, okay, well, then why did they put out the binders? And why would he say that it was going to come out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, maybe I have more faith in the dude than, like. And by the way, I've been very critical of Trump plenty of times. So this isn't like. I don't know. It doesn't feel.
For it to come close like the way they just closed it out.
That doesn't feel right. Especially with Netanyahu being in Washington.
Did you do it, my little doggy?
I think this is a wait and see thing. I really do. Because I think there's going to be so much heat and backlash from this.
Gonna have to.
And bro, I have good friends that are really tight with Trump, and they all love him, dude. Like, they love him. They say he's a good. These are dudes that I know very well, that I would trust with anything. And dude, they trust him.
Yeah.
So like, there's something for me. There's credit there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know him. I've never met him.
You remember that interview?
I know Junior.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, dude. Junior's a real dude. I mean, I don't care what anybody says about him. He's a normal like me and you and everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see them being a part of this shit.
Even going back, do you remember the interview that Cash Patel and Dan did? We covered it on the show, bro. When they you could see it in their eyes.
Yeah, they were lying.
That they knew they were lying, but
Yeah.
they knew that if it looked like they had to say that exact, like that was scripted.
Yeah.
Here's your response. Stick to the script.
That's how I feel about it too. And I think everybody has a right to be upset, but I think it's very important that we think about what it could be. And what it could be, in my mind, is those three options. Okay. One, Trump's in on it, and he is Zion Don, and he's here to like enhance Israel's influence over the country and help sink the country into a technocratic and surveillance state. That's option one.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that's an option. Option two, we're being threatened, meaning us, the people, and he's doing what he has to do to make sure that people don't get killed. I don't think Trump wants to see people get killed. I think Trump hates needless death. That his actions speak to that. Not just Americans, anywhere.
Yeah. Humanity.
Yeah. And dude, everybody I know that knows him, and I know this isn't going to be good enough for people, everybody I know that knows him says he's a great, great man. Okay. And my belief, if I have to say what I believe is happening,
what your gut says,
that's what I think is happening.
Yeah.
So option two, that's what I think is happening. Option three is that all of these people figured out that they have everything on them, and they've all agreed that like, hey, we're just going to bury this and move on,
and keep using it.
And
keep using it.
I just don't see that working on Trump, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Trump's...
Well, use it to their advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because it is it's a control mechanism.
For sure. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like once
you're on the inside.
Yeah.
So if you're already compromised and you're on the inside, then why the fuck would you want to end it?
Well, use it for everybody else.
Right.
Well,
I personally...
Which he doesn't strike me as that type of guy either.
I truly believe we are being threatened, meaning our people are being threatened over this right now. That's what I think's happening.
Yeah, man.
That's if I had to bet, and I mean, fuck, dude.
You're not a gambler, man.
I know, but my average is pretty high. I'm betting on option two, and I bet we're going to find out soon.
Yeah. Well, guys, tell us what your bets are.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the comments. Option 1, 2, or 3. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, and if you think it's something else, man, and we're not thinking of, I would like to hear.
Please let us know.
But like, bro, let's get away from the, oh, you're just sucking Trump's nuts, or you that don't like Trump, don't just like, dude, what do you think it is?
Well, the truth is, none of us know.
No, first of all of us, no matter what political preferences we may have, should all be united on this, that we need to know what the truth is that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay? This propaganda that's been happening in the media for a number of years, the lies. Dude, you just saw Stephanopoulos make up a lie on the spot.
On the spot.
Oh, you could tell he made it up. Oh, we've been getting all kinds of reports that say this. Let's see the proof of those reports. Yeah. I want to see the text messages.
Who's your sources?
I want to see the sources. I want to see the messages. I want to see the emails, because you don't have them. Mm-mm. You just lied on national TV to push an agenda, and then your infield reporter called you on it, non-directly. This all has to stop. These people that lie and lie and lie, we don't live in a real country, dude. We live in a fake freedom, fake patriotism, fake everything country. It's just fake. It's fake, bro. And we, the citizens, are used at the wants and needs and desires of these elite people. Okay? We are the pawns on the chessboard. We are the ants. They are the grasshoppers. And until we figure out what is actually going on, which is that we're all being manipulated against each other so that we don't notice what they're doing, we're going to continue to lose. So every single person of every single political affiliation should be united on this and not be saying, oh, you voted for this or you did that or this. No. What is the truth? Because if we were told the truth, we would find out that none of these things that we all argue over are actually real things. A lot of this shit is propaganda. A lot of it is bots. A lot of it's fake news. A lot of it is shit that's just made up to create division intentionally so that we don't notice that we are actual tax slaves in this country, which is facts. It's facts. You can argue it all you want. You could say, oh, that's not true. No, it is true. Most of the people in this country, when you add up all the tax they pay, the ones that pay tax, pay more to the government than they get to keep over the course of a year. That's not just income tax, that's all your tax. If you add it all up, you will figure out that you, in fact, are a slave of our government. Okay, so what is free about that? What's free about working more for the government than for yourself? That is anti-American. It's against the ideals that this country was founded upon. It is the exact opposite of what this country was founded upon. So don't feed me this shit about how free we are. We're not free. We exist as a mechanism of the government, and that is not what we are supposed to have. We are supposed to have a government that takes care of our national security, that takes care of our infrastructure, which, by the way, infrastructure should be privatized anyway. We could go on and on and on and on and on. Really, the truth is they should exist to keep us safe, and that's it. Okay? And they should, after that, after military, police, protective services, stay the fuck out of it. And that's how it should be. But it's not that. It's become, we operate and live under the largest government system in the history of mankind. Every other government system that has gotten to the size that this one has gotten has been overthrown because of the oppressive nature of the government. So now we're just going to sit here and pretend like that's not the case because they tell us we're free. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Do the math. It's math. We are not free. We are sold the idea of freedom so that we will shut the fuck up and pretend that we are and not notice that these steal all our money and then take the money and propagate us against each other, making our lives miserable.
Yeah, man. Guys, let us know.
I hate it, dude.
It's crazy.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it either. That's the problem, bro. And do we have an opportunity to build the best country ever? Yeah, we do. But these gotta go.
It's real, man. Guys, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. We got one more headline for you. Third and final headline number 3. Let's bring it back to St. Louis. Got a buddy of yours in the headlines.
Oh, yeah?
Big dogging.
Who's that?
Nelly. Yeah, rapper Nelly purchases National Thoroughbred team, moves it to his native St. Louis.
Thoroughbred? Like horses?
Yeah, dude's into horses now. He's also a cowboy.
That's when you're real rich.
Well, I was gonna say he's a real cowboy now.
Yeah.
Not the never mind. The National Thoroughbred League, or NTL, is coming to one of the best sports cities in the United States. Rapper Nelly has purchased the Seattle team and will move it to his native St. Louis, where it will aptly be called the Nellies. See what he did there? Quote, I'm excited to be a part of bringing a new professional sport team to the city that means so much to me, Nelly said in the statement to Fox Business. I can't wait to hit the track and celebrate with our incredible St. Louis fans. The horses will run at Fairmount Park in nearby Collinsville, Illinois, just 15 minutes across the state lines. The historic racetrack is undergoing a $100 million renovation that NTL CEO Randall Lane said is sure to bring fans inside. Quote,
I had no idea they were doing that.
It's a big deal.
It's been closed for a while, right?
Yeah. Quote, you look at the Cardinals, St. Louis supports its teams and falls in love with its teams. We've talked to the mayor's office about this and coordinated there. It's a city that loves sports, that wants to support its team, and Fairmount Park is 100 years old. It's really historical, old track that they're putting $100 million, Lane said in a recent interview with Fox Business. So he's bringing them to him. And yeah, like apparently it's a big it's pretty big thing. A lot of people are involved. There are 10 teams right now total in the country, which they're expected to grow those. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of cool.
You didn't even call me and tell me, bro. I want
brother, because you guys are boys for real. Like, Nelly's been here a few times.
Yeah, what the man?
Yeah. But he's also
that's here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's here.
Yeah.
But he's been in the news for something else too here lately.
What do you do?
It's nothing that he did. I actually thought he handled this very well, but he got some backlash. Over
he ain't no bitch, bro.
He's not.
Yeah,
he's not. He definitely called it how it is, but he got some backlash over people complaining about his performance at Trump's inauguration.
So what?
And he clapped back pretty quick.
Good.
So St. Louis-based rapper Nelly has recently responded to criticism for performing at President Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony last winter, insisting it was not a political endorsement and offering some new remarks on Trump's presidential opponent Kamala Harris in the process. Since January, Nelly has faced some backlash from fans and fellow entertainers over his performance at Trump's inauguration. At the time, he stated that his appearance wasn't about politics or trying to influence opinions. So it was a video that went out. I got the clip here. Let's check this interview.
Nelly, they've been had you under fire, man. We've been talking about your political stances out here.
Oh yeah.
You still on your pro Donald Trump stance?
See, this is what I'm saying. What did you get pro Donald?
I didn't
What did you get pro? What you had was respect for office.
Okay.
And it's great how people spin narratives to things that I think best fit whatever they're against.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving a brother the exact fundamental of what he did, what he said. Nobody's doing that anymore. Everybody's, if you did this, you're for him. And it's amazing how you could do something, but if you don't agree with everything that somebody does, which I plainly said that, I don't agree with everything my wife does. So to be in a situation to where, no, I have respect for the office. This person does some things good. This person does some things good. I never endorsed any president. You know what I'm saying? I've never did that a day in my life. What I did say is that I'm a military brat. I love our men and women that service this country. I've done things all around this country. I've entertained the troops. Nobody bring that up. I've stay of commitment in my community. You know what I'm saying? And I have a beautiful black family.
Now, you've been getting some heat, right? Well, guess he replied to one of the posts. I think it was on the Shade Room or something. He said, quote, "Some of y'all have a problem with the situation because the prosecutor, who has probably locked up more black men than we've helped women of color with the white husband and white kids, did not win the election." Just let it out.
I mean, show me the lie.
I mean, hey.
Where's he lying? I mean, look, dude, this is how it goes. They you get out in public, you become a public figure. The guy's been a pillar of the St. Louis community for 25, 20, 30 years, whatever it is. He's done all kinds of good shit. Nobody talks about any of that. Mm-hmm. Nobody talks about the decades of good things he's done for his community. They bring up the one or two things where he might have gotten in trouble, with some weed or whatever, right? Which is bullshit.
Stupid.
And, they make things out of nothing. Like any of these other, if they got invited to perform at the White House, are going to say, no, the fuck out of here, dude. And if you did, 10, 20 years from now, whenever you're an irrelevant rapper, you're going to regret not doing it. And you know what's cool about Nelly is Nelly was so big. And then, he kind of went to the back, you know what I'm saying? Which is normal with hip hop and shit. And then he came out again, and he's he's killing it.
Oh, yeah.
So when you talk to a guy like that, he has perspective of what it's like to kind of, be hot and then be not as hot and then be real hot again. And so you can't blame the guy for having a perspective of what is, how he wants to live his life now. It's almost like getting a second chance at being famous, because I don't know, people probably don't realize, but he's one of the hottest dudes out right now. He's everywhere. So, yeah, man. I mean, fuck those people. That's basically it.
Yeah. I like him too for this reason of just like, because you see a lot of these guys, these rappers, these artists, right? Like they do that, and then, but again, what happens when you get cold? Sometimes they don't do anything else. And so what I like is that he's going down this entrepreneur path. Just bought a fucking sports team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and horses are a lot of fucking money.
Oh,
that's big business.
Listen, man, people hate winners, bro.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? They hate winners, and it's interesting on that interview how that guy was like, "Oh, you could almost feel the pressure of like
it's groupthink."
Yeah, you could almost feel the question wasn't even framed in a unbiased way. It was framed in like, what? Here's how it was framed. Nelly, you're black, and you said something that didn't go with all the rest of them.
They said you got close to leaving that fence there. Now
that's right, and that's what it was framed like, and it's not. That's not cool.
No, I just thought that was awesome.
But I mean, dude, you're not gonna. But look at it, bro. He stands up and says, "No, fuck off," and guess what? It doesn't matter anymore. So, good for him.
Great for him.
Yeah, and he's a cool ass dude that does a lot of everything he said is true, bro. No one talks about the concerts that he's done all over the world for free. No one talks about what he's done in his community where he spent his money. He didn't have to do any of that shit. And in fact, if you didn't do any of that shit, sometimes it's almost better that you didn't, because the minute you do, people say you should have done more. And then they start blasting you for that.
Or you're bragging for how much you do.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah, right. Right.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah.
You know, you tell people what you do and you're bragging about it. You don't tell people and you didn't do shit. So if I'm going to get yelled at for doing shit, then what the fuck is the incentive of doing it? Well, the incentive is I know that I did it. Right? That's a good dude, bro.
Damn good dude.
Yeah.
Damn good dude, man.
And people, I just appreciate that he's not, I mean, not that I would ever expect that, but like, I just appreciate that he's like, no, the f are you talking about?
No, 100%, man. Yeah, so they're bringing it here.
That's cool.
July 19th, full day of racing, music, and a tribe called Quest. That's the music group. And a Nelly inspired fashion show. July 19th.
You don't know a tribe called Quest?
They said some type of tribe is supposed to be there. Selling tickets.
All right. All right.
Yeah, that's what all the
Good
young
for
kids,
Nelly.
That's what the young kids are calling them these days.
Tell them to f off, Nelly.
Yeah, 100%, man. Guys, jumping off.
By the way, you see the size of them earrings? Holy shit.
Which ones?
The ones he had in.
Oh, those are
dang,
big,
man.
Yeah, those are some big ones. Those are some big ones.
You know what's funny too is his style never changed.
Nope.
It's the same style.
Wife beaters.
And it still works.
Still works, man.
Yeah.
How old is Nelly?
Oh, he's probably my age.
Really?
Yeah. Probably mid-40s. Yeah. Look it up. How old is Nelly? Is he? Is he older than me?
50.
50. Huh.
He's not my age.
Yeah, you're safe.
He's older than me. Quite a bit.
I love it, man. Guys, jumping on the conversation.
Motherfucker don't look 50.
No, well, I mean,
I know.
Come on, Andy.
We all know.
You know what that is.
We know.
You know
Black
what that
don't
is.
crack.
I was going to say it was the Hood Chinamans.
Oh, that's what it was.
All right, man. Guys, let us know. With that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show. As always, we have Thumbs Up or Dumbest. That's where we bring a headline in. We talk about it. Gets one of those two options. Andy, you like animals. You like dogs. You like dogs more than people?
Yeah.
That's right. I got a good boy for you. Yeah, got a really good boy for you.
All right.
Yep. Thumbs Up or Dumbest headline reads, Nationals bat retrieving dog Bruce laps up pregame attention, makes MLB debut. Let's check this out. This
Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah. Oh, his name's right there. You haven't seen this? Have you seen this? Oh, it's great. It's great.
I know that when people say, when anybody's named Bruce, everybody says it like,
Bruce. Yeah, he looks like that too.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
All right, let's see.
The dog days of summer arrived Saturday at Nationals Park. Bruce, a 21-month-old golden retriever, fetched a bat during a ceremony Saturday before the Washington Nationals 4-3 loss to the Miami Marlins as part of a Pups in the Park promotion. He retrieved bats the last two seasons with the Rochester Red Wings, Washington's AAA affiliate. Bruce, wearing a bandana with an MLB debut patch he received when he arrived at the stadium, was presented a commemorative bat. He then took let's just watch the clip.
Come on in, big dog. Have a seat. Hope you're doing well, man. Hey, I got some news for you. I think you're going to like it. Last year you got called up to AAA, did a really nice job, but we still thought we needed some work down at the lower levels. We put a plan in place. You went down, you did your work, you made some improvements. And the one thing that the front office noticed, man, you were working your tail off every single day. And you did a nice job coming back to AAA this year. But I'm excited to tell you, the front office, the GM, the president, the owners, they're excited to invite you to Nats Park for your call up to the major leagues on June the 14th. Congratulations.
Yeah, he got called up, man.
There he is.
Sweet little retriever. Dude, look at the paws on that
Bruce.
thing. He's going to be a big puppy.
Golden retrievers are pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I've never had a bad encounter with a golden retriever.
No, they're good dogs.
Thought they were a little,
They got to be trained.
Yeah.
But they're good puppies.
They're good dogs. Now,
what?
Now what's the black labs? You gotta be careful.
Why is that? They steal your bat?
Bring them back.
They don't bring it back.
They don't bring it back.
Yeah.
They just...
Look at that. This motherfucker. see how racist DJ is? The golden retriever takes the bat. It's no problem.
It brings it right back.
It's no problem. The black dog takes the bat. He's a criminal.
Same dog.
Yeah.
Same dog, just the black lab.
Yeah. DJ, you're racist.
They ain't called him up.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, we got to get thumbs up for Bruce.
Yeah, thumbs up for Bruce.
Look at
man.
him. Look at that happy guy.
Super happy, man.
Look at that happy dog, bro. I wish I was that happy. for 1 second of my whole life.
Let me ask you this. If you were a dog, what kind of breed would you be?
I'd be...
Min pincher.
What?
Okay, no, say it.
A mini pincher? No. That's what you think I would be?
No, I was about to give some options. Oh. But tell me, no, you go ahead.
I don't know. That's like giving yourself a nickname.
Oh, no, I feel like I'd be like a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could see myself as a Rott.
I don't know.
You don't know? American Bulldog?
I'd probably be an American Bulldog.
Yeah. I could see you. You got the shoulders,
Yeah, like a Johnson style American. Not one of them Scott types.
Yeah. Not all the
There's different types.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be a Rottweiler, like a German, Austrian Rottweiler.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dude, I don't think anybody got the jokes. I got it.
Oh, that was gold, man.
That was good.
That was gold, man. All right, man. Thumbs up for Bruce, man. Guys, Andy, that's all I have.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.